I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Hublot. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper usage, care, and maintenance of your Hublot Classic Fusion Chronograph La Grande Odyssée. This limited edition automatic chronograph does wind itself by case-back winding mass, but should you wish to wind the watch manually, simply take the crown in its first position flush to the case and turn it clockwise 20 to 30 turns. Whether the chronograph is running or not, you'll know the watch is ticking because the seconds hand in the register at 3 o'clock will begin to circulate the compass rose. Now you can put the watch on the wrist, run the chronograph, set the time, set the date at this point, and the watch will continue to wind itself and energize itself throughout. But should you wish to wind fully to the 42-hour limit, simply continue turning until you hear a subtle click or tick from within the watch. That's your sign that the watch is fully wound. The bridle style mainspring slips to relieve excess strain, and you cannot accidentally overwind this automatic timepiece. So I've set the stop seconds function by pulling the crown out 2 detents from flush to the case. This allows me to precisely set the watch against a reference time. The best way is to find an online atomic clock such as that used and shared publicly by the U.S. Naval Observatory. Set your watch to the same hour as the atomic clock, stop the seconds hand at the index at 60, and then advance the minutes hand to the next nearest minute. At that point, wait for the reference time to catch up to the hour, minute, and second that you set and push the crown back in. The watch continues to beat, and now you've synchronized your watch. There's also 1 detent out from flush to the case, a crown position that allows quick setting of the date. When you pull the crown out 1 detent, you can then turn it counterclockwise and rapidly cycle the date window at 6 o'clock on the dial. Take note, this quickset function is convenient, but it should never be used between the hours of 8 p.m. and 3 a.m., as this is the period during which the watch is automatically engaged in the date changeover. Attempting to quickset the date during the no-go or danger zone can crash the movement and cause damage, so ensure that the quickset is never used to set the date between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. Always push the crown back in flush to the case for security once the watch is set and wound. The chronograph of the watch operates in conventional sequential fashion, which is to say the pusher at 2 o'clock starts it, stops it, and may even resume, but you must always halt the chronograph prior to resetting with the pusher at 4. If you attempt to reset while the chronograph is running, you will crash the movement and cause severe damage, so always take note to start, to stop, and to reset in that order. Now there are 3 handling restrictions and areas of hazard that you should keep in mind while using your watch: water, magnetism, and shock. This watch is 50 meters water resistant, which is to say water resistant for surface exposure but not deep submergence or vigorous aquatic activity. However, leather, as featured on the strap, is a natural porous material that is never water resistant, so always ensure the watch is on a water resistant strap or band prior to aquatic exposure. Moreover, you can help avoid accidental drownings. Disuse all functions of pusher and crown when the watch is wet, not simply when submerged, but even when there's water on the case, as attempting to set the watch, wind the watch, or use the chronograph can bypass the case seals and introduce water to the interior of the timepiece. Avoid accidental drownings, but also take note, water resistance is not a static feature of a watch. Unlike mechanical specification, it will ebb and wane with time, that is, as seals and lubricants dry and age. So Hublot recommends on an annual basis having the watch water tested at an authorized service center to ensure that factory-rated hermeticity is retained. Magnetism is ubiquitous and unseen. It affects the ferrous hairspring at the center of your watch's balance, effectively the heartbeat of your watch. A magnetized watch will run erratically, either fast or slow. If you suspect due to erratic and imprecise performance that your watch may become magnetized, take it to an Hublot authorized service center where specialized equipment is available to quickly and easily demagnetize your watch. As a precaution, keep the watch remote from MRIs, speakers, subwoofers, as well as the closures of wallets, purses, and refrigerator doors. Shock, however, can cause more permanent damage to a fine mechanical movement, starting with imprecise performance and ultimately ending with damage that stops the timepiece. As a precaution, keep the watch unused during activities such as ATV or mountain bike riding, firearms marksmanship, batting, tennis, or golf. Ultimately, Hublot recommends that a fine mechanical timepiece be serviced comprehensively every 3 to 5 years. Perform this service exclusively at an Hublot authorized service center, and better yet, have it checked on an annual basis. When you bring your watch in for its annual water test, have everything checked: chronometric performance, physical condition, and yes, water resistance. A comprehensive service will involve restoration of your watch's factory finish, replacement of a worn strap, restoration of water resistance, as well as cleaning, oiling, and reassembly of the caliber. Performed solely at authorized agencies that have the trained personnel, Hublot factory replacement parts, and specialized tools to protect the value of your Hublot as both instrument and as investment. Moreover, only these agencies are able to back all labor and parts invested with an Hublot factory service warranty. Finally, call, text, or email our experts at govbergwatches.com, and they'll be happy to walk you through every phase of the ownership, use, and care of this or any Hublot fine timepiece.